Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the halfway point of week 6, with this week's challenge being weighted stops per route. Competitors are discovering that this challenge, although simple, is one of our tougher challenges. A challenge in which you need to complete as many stops as possible every day, but still reserve enough energy to finish out the week. We have competitors fighting to find the balance of outperforming their opponent without having to do more stops than they need to. And on the other end of the spectrum, we have competitors gritting their teeth going full force with no regard for their energy levels. Will this strategy pay off or make things unnecessarily more difficult? Like Helen Keller wearing rollerblades in a house of mirrors. For my intellects out there, yes, you are right. The mirrors wouldn't make things more difficult for Helen Keller. But it would make it more difficult for the paramedics trying to find her body. Let's check the scores. In the winners bracket, we have at the top, first place Blake Fonts, Waco, with a score of 25.7. Second, Brandon Collier from Nashville with 19.8. Third, Belicia Hand, Tulsa, 18.4. 4, Cody Camp, Virginia Beach, 17.5. And fifth, Thaxton Campbell, San Antonio, 16.5. Over in the losers bracket, we have Stephen Lee, Las Vegas, 29.3. Chase Crones, Wichita, 22.5. Brady Gilkinson, Seattle, 20.8. Jeremiah Garcia, Waco, 19. And fifth, Jorge Zuo, Dallas, with 18. Weighted stops per route has given us something we haven't had much of this tournament. Variety. A variety that is seemingly refreshing yet will result in the same outcome. Like eating at Golden Corral. Doesn't matter what you pick, you're still getting diarrhea. And now, it's time for a word from our sponsor. Folks, now would normally be the part of the show where we would analyze branch and regional performance. But this segment, I've come to learn that my jokes and jabs have hurt real feelings. And the thought of that pains me, as this is supposed to be fun for everyone. This show and its content is supposed to be a joke that everybody is in on. And if I'm not accomplishing that, then I've accomplished nothing. So we are now instead launching our new segment, ELE, Everybody Love Everybody. Just kidding, it's time for Cup Check.
I think a little equipment check is in order.
Hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
Let's start with our regional standings. East currently owns 6 of the 8 winners bracket spots. The West has 2. Blake, our Kansas City service manager, has more nipple piercings than that. Trust me, I was standing behind him at TSA, he held up the whole line. The West has 16 people in the losers bracket and only 2 upstairs. That's an 11% winners bracket rate. West region will have better luck picking up a turd by its clean end than making it to the finals. Now let's get into the branches. Oklahoma City. OKC's competitors are currently averaging 7. Not 17, 7. Weighted stops per route, gentlemen, not wait and see what happens. OKC has 2 technicians left, both in the losers bracket. Nashville comes in with a 9.9 competitor average, and just 2 of their original 13 technicians still alive. That's 15% of the branch. Nashville is famous for country music, and if I had to pick a song for you, it'd be I Ain't As Good As I Once Was. Knoxville isn't doing much better with a 10.06 average. They've got 2 technicians remaining out of 13. 1 winner, 1 loser. That's not a tournament roster. That's Josh Lakin looking in a mirror. Austin has 3 technicians remaining out of 20. That means 17 have already been eliminated. 15% of the branch remains. Their branch average, 10.71. Austin started this thing with enough people to hijack this entire competition. And now they've got 3 dudes running around partial routes and spending the rest of their day giving each other purple nurples. Fort Worth has just 2 of 11 technicians remaining with an average of 11.06. But give them credit. One of those 2 is still in the winner's bracket. So Fort Worth technically still has a pulse. It's weak, it's irregular, and WebMD says it's colon cancer. Tri-Cities has 1 technician left. 1 out of 7. And not one remaining person fighting with everything they have to defend their honor, like Maximus Aurelius in Gladiator. He dies at the end. Vegas might be my favorite one on the board right now. They only started with 3 technicians and 2 are still alive. That's 66% of the branch, the highest survival rate on the board. And they're carrying a 21 stop average. But we're not here to pay compliments right now. Vegas is famous for people losing everything in one night. This branch decided to stretch it out over 6 weeks. And now, a moment for the fallen. Before we close Cup Check, we need to acknowledge 3 branches that you may have noticed, are completely missing from the standings. That is because there is nobody left to put on the standings. DC bit the bullet, Spokane went up in flames, and Charlotte, well, you've been out of the competition for a while now. We just didn't care. Try next time. Thank you for participating, DC and Spokane. Your courage will be remembered. Your scores, not so much. Folks, we've checked the regions in the cup. We've checked the branches in the cup. We're checking everybody's cup. This has been Cup Check.
I think a little equipment check is in order.
Hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
We now come to a close. Routes matter, production matters, and every single stop matters. Because at this stage of the Alta Cup, we're not trying to move up on the board, you're trying to keep your name on it. So stack those stops, watch those scores, and enjoy the next couple of days. Because when we come back with the final results, people are going home. I'm Levi Lucas, and this has been your Alta Cup Halftime Report.